Hey, what's up? My name is Austin and you're watching Outer Space Productions. Now, if you clicked on this video, I'm going to assume that you are preparing for an interview for an exchange program that you're applying for. And while I'm no veteran authority on the interviewing process, I have been through it as a participant and as an interviewer. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. And if you like the content that you're going to be hearing in this video, which is going to be specifically about how to prepare before you actually arrive on site for the interview, go ahead and give this video a like. If you have any further questions, make sure you write them in the comment section down below. And if you want to share what program you're doing and where you're going, maybe the things that you're excited about or that you're most nervous about, if you do make it into the program, I'd love to hear it down below. So we're going to get started with this list of things that you're going to want to know and have in your head before this interview. All right, so first thing on the list, and my most important recommendation of all time, is to be the person in the room who knows the most about this program, about the organization that funds this program, about the sponsors that fund that organization. You want to have all of the information. All right, so starting first with the program, besides knowing their history and some interesting stats and figures, you're gonna wanna know, like, what are they looking for? Like, why were they established? Who sponsors them? What does a good or common applicant look like for them? You can oftentimes find this on their social media if they do like highlights of past participants. Kind of look at those people. What are they doing? What is the program like about what they see? The flip side of that is better understanding your personal motivations. Why do you want to do this program? Do you actually want to do this program? Researching the organization will help you kind of ask those critical questions to yourself. Another important question that you'll answer for yourself is, do you know what you're getting into exactly? Like, is this something that you actually want to do? If mom or dad or someone else is just kind of pushing you to do this and you haven't spent a lot of time actually thinking about if you can handle this or want to handle this, then that's something you need to figure out right now. Another good thing to ask yourself as you're doing this research is, what do you think that you are going to get out of this program? Like, how will this program benefit you or help you grow both personally or professionally or even academically? Another thing is, like, what are going to be some of the biggest challenges that you anticipate that you will encounter during this experience? Because you want to think critically about what the future will hold for you in this program. That way you have answers when those difficult questions are asked. So second thing on this list is plan for success. Now there's a lot to unpack here. I've just shoved a bunch in this box. First thing is going to be, have you maximized all of your resources? If you're planning for an interview, if you're writing a resume, there are so many resources online. Have you spent the due diligence to look up interviewing tips, to look up other questions that might be asked? Know how to answer common questions. Know good questions to ask at the end of an interview. These are all really important things. Now, furthermore, if you have to submit documents before your interview, like a resume or some letters, know these documents like the back of your hand. You can be asked about anything that's on these papers, on these documents, and you better have good answers for why you've written it down, what your motivation is, and kind of be able to give some kind of anecdotal story to anything that you may have written. Do not lie on your resume or in your letters. And if you do, which you shouldn't, make sure you have a good way to bring an actual truth out of that during your interview. Because if you like lie and kind of lose yourself a little bit, that'll be very easily picked up by the interviewers. Also, it's very good practice to have several copies of your resume with you when you arrive, just in case for some reason they don't have it. You can just pass it out, you have it on hand. It makes it look like you're prepared and you want to have your documents. And finally, from planning for success, do not memorize your talking points. Like, if you have a full paragraph of something you want to say, don't try to memorize it. This is only going to mess you up even more. Have bullet points, sure, but do not memorize like full sentences as answers. You will fail and it'll sound it will not sound authentic at all. I can guarantee this. Do not do that. All right, so number 3 on this list is going to be dressing well. And now I have 2 main reasons why you're going to want to dress well. First is that first impression that you're going to give. You want to look presentable, you want to look professional, you want to look like this is something that you really, really care about. And that first touch point, like, they're going to see you before they hear your story. So make sure you are looking your absolute best. Secondly, if you dress well, you're gonna feel well. Did you know that Martin Luther King didn't actually need glasses? he wore them to step into a persona of the person he needed to be during his speeches. Now, this is what you do when you kind of dress up for something. You can use that to step into a persona that if you're nervous or you're a little bit scared about this interview, you can use these clothing artifacts to actually help give yourself like a super version of yourself. You can really use it to your advantage. Now, I don't want to give the impression that this is a pay-to-win system. They're not really going to care if you have the most expensive suit or the most expensive dress. It's just like, do you look presentable at night? You do not want to be the guy or girl in the room who is the least dressed out of all the other candidates. You don't want to be wearing jeans and a wrinkled shirt and flip-flops. You want to look good. All right, so number 4 on this list is to be punctual. I cannot stress this enough. Do not be late for your interview. At the very least, show up 20 minutes early. At the very, very least. There's no harm of you arriving 30 to 45 minutes early, hanging out in your car, just kind of chilling out, maybe listening to some music, reading a book. You want to be on location. You don't want to put all this time and energy into something and you kind of blow it because you get stuck in traffic and you can't make it in time. Don't let that happen to you. So my final thing on this list is be in a habit of being friendly and optimistic. A few days before your interview, on the day of your interview, maybe there's other candidates, chat with them, be friendly with them. It'll help put your nerves at ease, and you'll just be in this habit of giving off like a friendly, personable energy, which for these types of interviews is what you want. You want to come off as someone who is going to be able to handle this program and is going to make friends and is going to get along with the host family. So just really practice that habit prior to. All right, well, that wraps up this video. I hope you found it helpful. I know that I just rambled on for 6, 7, however many minutes. In the next video, I will be talking about tips, tricks, and advice that I can give for when you walk into that room and everything just becomes so real. It's going to be how to keep your cool, how to monitor your body language, and how to respond to questions that you might be asked, and just really just seal the deal with this interview. That's what this whole video series is about. I want to give you the tools you need to be successful and make it into this program. Once again, I've been Austin. This is Outer Space Productions, and we'll see you in the next video. So go over there and check it out right now.